Okay, this is a little aquaponics system that I've made. It's been running for about a year now. There was two of these trays initially when I had a larger pump, but I haven't got that pump anymore because it's broken, and it's difficult to find a pump that is reliable. Uh, what it's running on is just two little goldfish. Well, they're not so little actually. They've grown quite considerably, and there's a little pump that I'm using, and they obviously want some more food. Whenever we come close, they want food, very naughty. But I'm going to take this aquaponics system, I'm going to clean it out, and I'll show you how the tray is put together. Okay, this is the replacement tray. I've taken the other tray off. We haven't dismantled it yet, but this is the second tray. And what we've got here is an elbow that I've cut severely. I've cut the end off, put some PTFE tape around there, and made the end shorter. So what it does is it goes into this over here. Obviously, when I put it in properly, it's got a gap underneath to allow water to go through, and it is going to form a U siphon, because the other pipe will go down here. So this is just a basic U siphon. The principle is that the water comes up. As soon as it starts flowing over, it starts creating a vacuum when the water goes down, and it starts sucking the water over. So the water level will never go above the top end of this pipe. So that's roughly how the U siphon works, and it works pretty well. Okay, now to prevent the pebbles from going and blocking that pipe, I've just taken a little plastic tub, used a hot iron, soldering iron, old one, to make a bunch of holes in there, and I've actually pushed this out just slightly, so this is slightly bulged. Heated it up with a heat gun, pushed it out slightly, just so that it doesn't touch when you put it up there, and it sits nicely against the side. That's what you're looking for. Okay, these are the hydrotone pebbles. It's expanded clay. Baked clay that's expanded. It's full of porous holes, and that's what we use as a grow media. Okay, we've put a few pebbles in there, so it's just pushing up against that so it holds that in. We're going to put the plants in later on, and on this side we're going to put another one of those tubs in. There it is, and that tub is going to be this way around by the inlet, so that the water, we can put in a little bit of filter fleece in there, and that will catch most of the solids, and we can replace this daily, 2 daily, weekly, depends on how quick it gets dirty. So we want to put that in there, but we want to put our plants in all at the same time, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to film this, but we're going to try. Okay, what we're going to do is we've filled it up a little bit more. We're going to keep one of the lettuce plants in there, and we're going to plant a bunch of seeds straight into the grow media. And here is this raised up. This is going to be a little filter just to catch the solids. And we're going to fill this up and then put the seeds in. Just thought I'd show you the progress. Okay, I've put some of the old pebbles in here because that's already got some of the healthy and good bacteria in it, so we're not starting completely from scratch. So excuse my hand over there, but as you can see, there is some wet pebbles in here, and that is from the old one, so that we can keep some of the healthy bacteria. We've topped up the pebbles now with additional dry, clean pebbles. And here are some seedlings that we germinated just in a paper towel. What we're going to try and do is try and pick these up with the tweezers and put them in so that just the little buds at the top, I can't see where my tweezer is because I'm looking through the camera, so just these bits at the top, these, oh hang on, that's not in focus. Just these items at the top, are visible just out the top. Now it's lettuce, I think, so we'll just try and put those in and see how we get on. Okay, I don't know if you can remember, but I made this light out of an old LCD monitor, and I've just put it on the top, running it off of my power supply. Then if you have a look over there, here is a little tomato plant that was not willing to grow until we put it there. It was very, very small, and it's grown within the last week, so that's very promising news. And then we've got a peace lily over here. Our flat is extremely dark, but the peace lily, if you watch the leaves, look at the leaves have all turned towards the light, so the light is definitely a positive thing. Now we're going to move the peace lily, but we're going to monitor the tomato plant over here. Okay, I have now finished putting these things in. You can see there is some small little heads sticking out. That's the seedlings that I've planted. Now there is one there, I don't know, it's probably just, there's another one over there. What I've done is, that's the cup. I've just taken a piece of plastic, split it, it's a little plastic tub, and put it over there, and that all that's going to do is it's going to prevent the algae from growing on there, because obviously if the light hits it, it's going to grow quite significantly. Now on the opposite side, there's the water going in, and this is just from about a half an hour maybe of the water running. So you can see that it looks a lot worse on the camera than it actually is in real life. But the water is just flowing into there, and the filter fleece is catching the muck that's in the water. Now most of that brown is actually from the dry clay pebbles that has been circulating in the water. But that should clear up quite significantly. We will change this fleece quite regularly. The gurgling noise you're hearing is actually from this filter, this U-bend, U-siphon that I've made. So what's actually happening is the pump, there's our fish without the top on now. The little pump pumps the water up. The flow rate is quite significant. It overpowers the siphon. It fills up, the siphon starts working, and what you're hearing now is the siphon is trying to keep up with the water flow. So if you look down here, you will see that it is actually throwing in some bubbles straight into the tank, and the fish are obviously there. Now you'll see roots in there, and that is from a pothos plant. Oh, this is very dark. There we go. That is from a pothos plant. The pothos plant was actually in the grow media, but it is now, I've just put it straight into the water. I believe you can do that quite comfortably. And this plant was actually hanging down. That's why all these leaves are upside down. Time will make them turn around so that they become more attractive. Well, they will become attracted to the light, and they will actually turn. Nature is fantastic. It's an amazing thing. But there we go. That's the U-siphon outlet, and it's just a couple of pipes with a couple of 90-degree bends, just to make sure that the water flows into where I want it to. And you can see quite clearly the fish tank is quite clean. It's looks very, very nice. Alright, well, we'll keep you updated with the growth of this. I've had a number of large aquaponic systems, one of which I gave to the NHS. That is the grow your own part of the NHS, and they were helping patients using that methodology, showing them how to grow and everything else. But I'll show you some photos of that as well, maybe even to the end of this video. Well, that's it for now. Thank you.